Hey everybody, I'm Eva. Thanks for joining. I took my boys to our local German society's Christkindlmarkt, and we had such a great time. I made this vlog as a family memory, but of course I'd be very happy if you wanted to watch along as well. The music that you hear in the background is a hurdy-gurdy, which is very fun to me because we learned about this instrument in my music history classes, but it's very, very rare that you get to see one being performed live in person. And for those of you that like to geek out about musical details, I will include the footage at the end of the video where the musician actually talked to those of us that were gathered up, closely listening and watching him play. I had so much fun with my boys, but I also really enjoyed meeting the people there at this festival. They really showed their German spirit and their holiday spirit through some of the clothes that they were wearing, and the photos that you see of specific individuals, they did allow me to take their photo. Well, thanks so much for watching and hope you enjoy.
you've got your low drone, which is low C.
Nice.
Not hearing everybody right now. And then it's G's and C's basically.
Yes.
Yeah. I've got that one right there is a C, and then another G there. So yeah, G's and C's. And so even though it's technically a chromatic instrument, it's reversed, but all like the black notes on the piano right up here on the top.
Okay.
But because of the drones, it really only plays in G and C and a couple minor keys, and you use those for accidentals. But so it's kind of interesting that way. It doesn't really, it's not chromatic, it's not diatonic, it's kind of in between the two of them. So.
And how did you make that percussive sound when you were stomping your leg there?
That's a really fun thing about this instrument. So that's this little part right here, and this is a special kind of bridge. It's called the trompette, which is called that because the buzzing is kind of, to like 17th century people, they think of it as like sounding kind of like a trumpet. So the way that it's done is that that bridge floats very, very slightly above the soundboard. And as I'm cranking the instrument here, I'll start making little micro movements with my wrists and with my fingers, which will allow me to buzz along in rhythm to what I'm playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it works. And it's like...
So what about that? What about these?
I'll do it so you can see. Yeah, that's how that works. It's kind of amazing. It's like a mechanical wonder, but it also uses like very rudimentary things to make it work. So
Thank you.
Thanks for explaining that.
Absolutely.
And where did it start here?
Yeah. So they think it probably started in Spain, and then it made its way to Germany. And this is obviously a reproduction, but the oldest surviving instruments are in German museums. It's kind of interesting. But you see it in other parts of Europe as well. It's not just a German instrument by any means. The English called it the hurdy-gurdy, the French called it the VL. They all have like different versions of it. And then in the 1800s, like when the accordion was invented and the tastes changed and people wanted to dance the polka and like music that wasn't just drones and melody, it died out. And then in the 1900s, during like the folk revival, people started building them again and it became popular. And now there are people, not so much in America, but all over Europe that are playing it again. So that's kind of the story of it. Yeah.
And then the conversation in the crowd was discussing a hurdy-gurdy solo performance that happened in a Led Zeppelin tour in 1996. It was the Page and Plant tour. When I got home, I looked it up. I found out the solo was performed by Nigel Eaton, and there's a YouTube recording, and I will have it linked below. So definitely check it out. I think it's really worth watching. So thanks so much for joining me today. You take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.